Hey everyone, today we're going to dive into something that is an absolute game changer for real estate agents, using AI to instantly, and I mean instantly, respond to new leads. If you've ever had that sinking feeling, missing out on a potential client just because you were tied up with something else, then you are definitely going to want to stick around for this. Let's just start with a hard truth, right? This is kind of the foundation for everything we're about to cover. In the world of real estate, speed isn't just a nice to have, it's everything. Every single minute you wait to reply, that lead could already be on the phone with your competition. It's that simple.
So what is the real cost of waiting? Honestly, it's not just a missed call or a missed opportunity. It's a direct hit to your wallet. Think about it. Every single lead that goes cold because of a slow reply, well, that's wasted marketing dollars, wasted effort. It's literally money walking right out the door.
And this, right here, is where your instant AI assistant comes into play. We're talking about using some really simple automation to whip up first responses that are not only immediate, but are actually, effective. You can get the AI to sound personal, professional. It becomes a seriously powerful tool for just getting a conversation started. Okay, so let's get into how this actually works, because I promise it is not nearly as complicated as it sounds. We're going to break it all down into a super simple three-step plan. This framework is so straightforward, you could probably get your first AI auto reply up and running by the end of the day. Seriously. So here's the game plan. First, we're going to figure out exactly where your leads are coming from. Second, we'll use AI to create the actual messages. And third, we're going to connect all the dots so the delivery is totally automatic. See, it's a really straightforward process. So let's jump into step one. All right, step one is all about knowing your own setup. It sounds basic, but it's so important. You just have to map out all the different ways you get inquiries. Where are people finding you? How are they reaching out? And you might actually be surprised at how many places leads can come from. We're talking about the contact forms on your website, leads from Facebook ad campaigns. Maybe you have specific landing pages for properties. Maybe people hit you up on WhatsApp, or they come straight through your CRM. Just take a second and think about all your different funnels. Okay, now for the fun part, the creative part. We're going to use AI to write that perfect first message. This is all about leveraging AI's ability to generate text that sounds human, that sounds responsive, and that actually gets a real conversation going. And check out how easy this is. This is a perfect example of a prompt. You're just giving the AI really clear instructions. Make it friendly, keep it short and professional, and this is the most important part, ask one question. You see, you're not just sending a notification, you're telling the AI to create something that actually opens the door for a real conversation. But of course, one size doesn't fit all, right? So you'll want to create different templates. For a buyer lead, for example, your message should focus on the property they asked about and maybe suggest a time for a viewing. But for a seller lead, the focus should be more on understanding their property, their timeline. It's all about tailoring the message to who you're talking to. Okay, we're at the final piece of the puzzle. We know where our leads come from, and we've got our perfect AI-written message ready to go. Now we just need to connect them. We use an automation tool so this whole thing happens instantly, without you even thinking about it. So, what do we actually mean when we say automation here? It's really simple. It's just a system where a new lead, coming from your website form or your CRM, automatically triggers an action. And in this case, that action is sending out that perfect AI message you wrote, whether it's an email or a text. And here's what that looks like in practice. A new lead comes in. The automation tool, and this could be part of your CRM or a tool like Zapier, it instantly triggers. And then boom, just like that, your instant AI-powered response is sent. It's a totally hands-off process that works for you 24/7. So the biggest thing I want you to take away from this is to start simple so you can convert more. You really don't need some massive, complicated system to see a huge improvement in your lead conversion. That immediate personal feeling follow-up is what makes all the difference, and you can get that with a really basic setup. So, the key here is to just focus on one message and one workflow to get started. Just pick your most important lead source, create one great AI-generated response, and automate it. That's it. That's the most effective way to begin. You can always build on it from there, but that first step gives you the biggest jump in performance. So I'll just leave you with this to think about. What if your next big deal isn't won in the negotiation room? What if it's actually saved in those first 5 seconds after a lead clicks submit? With a simple AI auto reply, you'll always be there to capitalize on that crucial moment.